So this is a beginner's guide walkthrough to the 195, Overland Testing Station 195, the poison station. I'm going to be doing it at level 1, just to give you a good idea of where everything is, and I'm doing it with Duralinium level weapons, Adept Sword, Adept GRDA 44, Rapier and Spit Dart, and the Mercenary Scout Light Armour. Power Pack 5, full suspensor belt, and Holtzman Shield 5. So these are all Duralinium level, so you should definitely be able to make all these by the time you leave and can be used to go to the overland area. So this station has additional poison hazards as well as the normal enemies. You'll see all these little green blobs here which explode and make poison clouds. You can destroy the clouds with a static compactor. This level is not really necessary, they don't do a lot of damage. Or you can use the shell burster fire shotgun or any other fire shotgun. There's another one you can get which is a lower level, and that will burn away the poison. So if you have one of the uniques that produces fire damage as a shotgun, then you can bring that and that will burn the poison away, which is quite useful in the boss fight. The main problem with these little green things is that some of them stagger you, like this one's going to go off, there we go, which can be a problem in the boss fight because it will stop you for a moment. If you're doing the mission that's in here, this is where the first item is you need to pick up. But I've done that in a different video which you can always watch. So through to the next section. And here we can run straight through here, and if you get right up against this door, you'll get staggered by the poison going off, but it won't actually poison you. You're right too far away from it, and you can actually cut through the door without suffering additional poisoning. Now, the poison damage you get, you can counter by just using a heal kit, which I'm going to do now before I go into the next lock-in. And go back to my sword. Right, in here there will be two enemies. There'll be a shooter. I advise usually dealing with the shooters first. It's a good practice to get into when you get to this level, when you get to higher levels. Because at higher levels, drill shot shooters can kill you very easily. Not necessary at this level, but when you get up higher, it's just a good practice to get into. The shooter will come out of this door. Another guy comes out of the door, and normally they do the parryable sweeping attack. Now there'll be another round with the shooter coming out here. And there's the swordsman. This is much more difficult with two people, because you'll get heavy gunners coming out as well. So there's the access. I can pick up some ammunition there. I can pick up some more heal kits and heal kits here. You'll start to pick up higher level heal kits. I'm restricting myself to level 2s, but you will pick up higher ones quite often in these places. Drink some water, maintain stamina. So on a note about skills, I use center of mass, discipline, breathing, and manipulate instability as my techniques. That gives me a lot more damage, gets instability damage, and maintains my stamina. For abilities, I use compel to control enemies and the boss. Wheeling step to again control and get behind people to kill them. And knee charge just for moving about, because I only have it level 1, it doesn't do much damage, and you mustn't rely on knee charge or things like Eye of the Storm, or in the Mentat, the Sentinel turret. These do very little damage against the enemies at the high levels in the testing stations and will not help you. Instead, focus on improving your range damage, rifle damage, trooper skills for range damage, different types of weapon, and you're going to need a tractor field, very important for boss fights. You may not get to the level, you may not be at the level where you can use energy capsule, you haven't done all the trooper schematics. It's not essential, but you do want to get to a tractor field. Other useful ones, I have the scientist's overcharge rerouting for more power to my shield. Mentat though, wheeling step, most important, and the blade damage bonuses. You also have the vitality, additional health, and with the sword master you've got general conditioning for more stamina, and here optimized hydration for stamina bonus when you are hydrated. So that's why I keep hydrated all the time. Okay, so let's go to the next section. Now this dungeon has got a couple of little chests here, which have got, again, some useful materials in them. And further down the corridor, one of the nice things about this place is that all the important loot is on the main line. So in here you'll find another large loot chest where you can expect to find schematic patterns, and if you're lucky you'll find some Choam armour. So let's see what we've got. Got schematic patterns but no armour in this one. And again, more ammunition. Hard to run out of ammunition in any of these testing stations. You usually come out with more than you went in. And more ammunition, more heal kits. So now this room, a bit more tricky. More poison hazards. Again, try and stagger this enemy. Now I am poisoned at the moment, so I've got to be a bit careful. This guy throws this stunning grenade at you, and now he's dead. So I'm going to heal myself quickly while I wait for the guys to come out the door. I'm going to go straight in here and attack this guy immediately. Be a heavy gunner will appear here. I'll use Weirding Step to get behind and kill them. You might need to take 2 hits to do that, but heavy attacks for all of them. Here comes the other one. Parry. And they're down. And now this will repeat. I'm walking, you notice. That's to conserve stamina at all times. I tend to walk if I don't have to run. Walking keeps your stamina regenerating. He's down. Wait for the swordsman to come out. Nice them to come to you. Parry, and they're dead. And that's it. That little flashing bar there shows you where to go to cut through the door for another large loot chest. And you do want the large loot chests when you're starting out, definitely, because they often have armour in them. Again, this one doesn't seem to have any armour, but armour and weapons is what you'll be looking for. Because you'll always get Choam armour and Regis weapons dropping in these stations, even at level 1, and that will make them much more survivable for you. Up here is where you'll find the second item that you pick up for the quest. And then we go through here to the... You can ignore that cutter door, there's nothing important in there. And there'll be a couple of enemies here. Again, pick that up. Now, if you're doing the quest, the final quest item before the boss room is through here. And there's also some more things you can pick up through here. There are some heal kits. And a small chest. Okay. Let me go back out and prepare for the boss room. I just got a little bit poisoned there. And for the boss room, I'm going to change my skills to attractor field, energy pill, but I'll leave the techniques the same because I want that stamina. I'm going to be on the ground for this one. Shotgun. Start the room. First thing I'll do is compel the boss. And to bring him down the first level by shooting him with an attractor field. Compel takes control of him. Take the energy pill. And you see he's already down 1 level. He will now run over there. Now an ad will come out of here. Okay. Now just dash away from him because he's attacking me. He does a very powerful attack with the knee charge. Right, that's the end of phase 2. He'll now go back to the beginning and he'll summon another ad. So I'm going to go back to the point where the ads come out the door. And that's that one done. Now if I'm sensible, reloading, it's going to knee charge me again. And now he'll go back to the beginning. Now if I can do enough damage here, I can get him before the ads come out. There we go. And this is where you would find the final item for the quest if you're doing it. Otherwise you just head out here. and it's the end. There are various lore recordings around the place. Pick up the identification band. You might get something useful. Not very useful this slot, but anyway, but you could get something useful here. And then it's a simple matter of leaving the dungeon. Straight out, run past all the poison, and you're done. As usual, if you've got any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comments, and please subscribe.